Good morning. Welcome to the meditation live stream. This is Scott. Welcome to Wednesday. I hope that you're doing well. I am doing pretty good. And the good news is that we always have our practice, Why practice? I feel like I make an argument every time I turn the live button on to try to convince people of practice. But really, I think ultimately my work attracts a smaller section of the population, people that are already practitioners and they want to develop a more comprehensive meditation practice that takes into account awareness. And as we know from Zen, the great Zen practitioners, they talk about the unborn, this quality of awareness, pure awareness, prior to the constraints of programming from culture and from your upbringing and so on. That there's no better person to become. It's just a matter of recognizing that which is already unborn prior to the machinations of birth, so to speak, of suffering. And in this way you reach Buddha mind in all ways. So while you're doing the dishes, you're in Buddha mind. While you're walking your dog, you're in Buddha mind. While you're arguing with your friend, you're in Buddha mind. And this unborn aspect is fascinating to me because it takes into account the nature of pure awareness. And, but it does need some tweaks for the modern world, because in the time of the great Zen practitioners, there was no internet, there was no global theater the way things are today. So we need some tweaks to accommodate a practice that will be more effective in today's world. In order to do the unborn practice, you would need to likely get rid of your television, your internet, a lot of the quote-unquote modern conveniences, which simply, that's not going to happen. So, there are going to be modern conveniences, even in a world in such confusion and fragmentation as we have today. So anyway, I'd like to give a brief talk and then we'll get into a guided practice. Today we'll go for about a half an hour total. We're halfway through the week, and the last thing I'll say about, coming from my own personal world here, is that which people used to believe in has been quite impacted by today's current events. And in order to believe in something that gives hope, that structures your life around goodness, truth, and beauty, we need a practice that prototypes that. We don't have people in massive quantities going to the churches, to the places of worship in community. Community is different now. It's been hurt. We need trauma-informed prototypers like myself out there. And when we come from safe nervous systems, those safe nervous systems invite other nervous systems to remember safety as well. So the invitation is not in a vacuum. It's always in context with that which is arising. So, that being said, I'm going to read a little bit from The Space Between Us. This is about the awakening of the we space. And I'll read just a little today, and then we'll practice. I didn't set out to write a guidebook or even to offer a vision. It was a visceral response to reading a history of liberal thought and realizing that it was missing the next chapter. The vision needed to take it to the next level. And I realized that through working with our group, that this was what was unfolding between us. What had emerged in these pages is simply what we've lived, together, a record of something real, tender, and still in motion. Over time, the group itself became more than a place of exploration. Without roles or hierarchy, it revealed a quiet capacity to teach, not through instruction, but through presence. The field we share seems to invite each person inward toward a deeper intimacy with themselves and with life. Rather than directing or shaping anyone's experience, the group holds a spaciousness where people begin to sense the field directly. They feel the openness, the gentle coherence, and the absence of pressure, and something in them relaxes. Walls dissolve, something softens, a subtle recognition arises that it is safe to be here, to be real, in the company of others who are equally engaged in the mystery. And this builds a subtle confidence to drop the pretense, and be their real selves. So we'll stop there. And we'll begin now with practice, gently closing your eyes and tuning inside. We'll begin with some deep breaths in through the nose and then out through the mouth. Letting go on the out-breath of distress, tension, and resistance. That which no longer serves you. Just dropping everything like a dog dropping a ball from its mouth. Your breath to reach all the way down into your pelvic floor, into your legs and feet. Very good. We'll do 3 more. Great. And allowing your breath now to return to your usual way of breathing. And gently placing your attention on your physical body, your body's sensations. You can feel your body's temperature, subtle movement, tingling and pulsing, sense of aliveness and presence. You can feel your body's connection with the earth underneath you, your connection with the planet. We can begin the practice of feeling and softening. On the in-breath, feeling your body. And then on the out-breath, the softening and melting down through your body and into the earth like warm honey. And the honey is like this warm, healing honey that cleanses, heals, purifies, makes whole as it travels down through your body and into the earth, where the earth receives that energy and transforms and recycles it. Very good. Then bringing your attention up into your heart, feeling your heart space, center of your chest. You can imagine as though you're breathing directly in and out of your heart. And on the in-breath, feeling your heart. And on the out-breath, softening and expanding your heart. Whenever each of us intentionally move into our heart space, there's always a sense of tenderness and warmth there. And coming in contact with your emotions, you can notice what you're feeling emotionally right now. And without pushing or pulling on your emotions, just allowing yourself to feel a little bit. You could be feeling any of the 5 main cardinal emotions, giving your life direction, like points on a compass. You could be feeling anger, sadness, fear, joy, or shame. And just noticing what it is you're feeling and allowing yourself to feel together in the shared space. You could also be feeling numb, which is a valid emotional experience. Very good. Then bringing your attention up now into your head, feeling your head on the in-breath. And then on the out-breath, softening in and around your skull. You can, if you like, breathe into your third eye space between your eyebrows, or the top of your head, your crown, whichever feels correct for you, and just feeling and softening in and around your head. When coming in contact with your thoughts, you can notice how busy and active your mind is, and without trying to push or get rid of your thoughts, just remaining uninvolved with thinking. And if you do notice that you get pulled into thinking, you can always return back to feeling, to sensing your body, feeling your spine, your body's contact with the earth, for anchoring and grounding. Wonderful. And then from here, we can gently open our eyes. Gently opening your eyes, keeping your eyes soft. We'll take a moment together to acknowledge the work we did with our eyes closed. And we'll begin practice now in the relational space, the space of outside and inside. Every relationship has an outside and an inside, so it's good to practice in this domain. So on the in-breath, feeling around you, the space outside you. And then on the out breath, feeling inside you, the space inside. And just noticing the distinction between the two and what it's like for you. And then from here, if you like, you can add in qualities to your practice. It's up to you. You can add in qualities like love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. So on the in-breath, radiating outward, love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness. On the in-breath, and then on the out-breath, love, compassion, gratitude, forgiveness towards yourself, receiving or absorbing the qualities into your own being. And just practice sending and then receiving these qualities. good. And then from here, we can set our prayers and our intentions for the day. I'll be quiet so that you can do yours first. May this work that we do transform our life, offering up healing and blessings, and ripple out into the community and change culture and our systems. Amen. Wonderful. Thank you for joining me. Have an awesome day, and I'll be back again tomorrow. See you then. Bye-bye.